Okay, so mixed media compositions. So when we say mixed media, it's really a kind of bringing together of all of the different things that you've done. So all of the different materials that you've used into one load of composition. So I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to have 4 on the go. But I'll be doing them all at the same time. I just wanted to show you what I have done to set up my space. Now, to be able to get all 4 in one frame of the camera, my tripod is getting a bit ridiculous, so it takes up quite a lot of my table. But then I have split up, so my box of goodies, which is here next to my seat, just in case I want anything out of it, and it really is random stuff from around the house, and it's got some of my spare triangles and squares and things from the last set of collage that we did. I've got these, which are what I cut out the window with, so that I think I'm going to paint some stuff on top of those and then leave them to dry and maybe use them for collage later. I've got my paints. I've then split these into piles of colours that go together. So this is my purples and blues and pinks. And then I've got a bit of onion netting that I might use for different things later. And then I've got this wallpaper, so I went for blues, oranges and reds, which I quite like. And I've got my crayons, pens, felt tip pens, all kind of in the same place. Paint water, glue, scissors, so that I can just crack on and everything is in reaching distance. Hopefully, because you guys won't have this, you'll have a bit more space to create. Okay, so just to spare you the boringness, I suppose, of me cutting out the shapes and stuff. So I've cut out all of my shapes from the pieces of paper, and I've gone with just one colourway because it's given me plenty of stuff. So I've still got my pile of purples and blues that I haven't done anything with yet. And I'm going to do 4 in these kind of colours. And I'll probably muck about with the colours a little bit. So use different pencil crayons or use different pens or paint, whatever, in each of the 4. I just wanted to show you what else I've done. So I used this piece of scrap paper, so it's one of the triangles from cutting out the window, just to test what colours I'm going to use. So I just laid out these circles and did it next to the circles. Now obviously not all of these go together. I've got like 4 bits of paint, so I've chosen that orange and that colour there, that one there, and where's the other one? And a green. But no. Oh no, it isn't a green, it's that blue. So these 4 colours, because they went really nicely with that. And then I've chosen these colours as well, so coloured pencil, and then it's these 4 felt tip colours. And I just found that really useful, because if I'd have gone straight in with the felt tip and not liked the colour of it, that it kind of would have been permanent, and then I wouldn't have liked it. So it's just useful to have everything kind of arranged and ready for you to work as soon as you start going. So now I've got everything kind of ready, I'm going to obviously move it off the paper, and then I'm going to just start cracking on. What I plan to do first is to do the collage shapes first, because I think they're going to be kind of my big pieces, I suppose, a lot of them, or at least get my big collage shapes in first. And then I'm going to do the paint so that if anything needs to dry, because I'm doing 4 in one go, then the paint should be dry by the time I get onto the next thing, and then I'll work back into them. I've also chosen to use this, it's actually a cream pencil because I've got quite a lot of cream in these. So I've chosen to use a cream pencil because I'm going to try and see what kind of effect you get when it goes on top of the paint. I don't know whether it'll work, but it's a similar, like if you've not got cream or white pencils at home, if you've got a white pen, or you might have, like I've got gold gel pens coming out of my ears for no apparent reason, so that would be really good, like something that can show up on colour would be good. apologies for the abrupt end of that video. My phone ran out of battery. So I just wanted to show you the finished article and just talk a little bit about how I feel about them. So my favourite one has turned out to be this one. I just really like the weird combination of colours. So I like this green, and I really like this kind of bold stripe that I've got running through it as well, which was a bit, I liked this when I stuck it on, and so I kind of was inspired by that to go stripy, and then that one's just felt tip with water. And I like the way that this cream pencil has turned out on top of the bits of painting as well. So all of these little bits, I just think it works really nicely. And I really liked, so you can see which order I did them in, I think, because this one has a lot more going on, but is almost less interesting. So like that one, I like because I like the painted background, so I would definitely do that again. I'd probably do it on a painted page. And I really liked the felt tip outline on the squares or the rectangles. And I liked this, which I've actually stolen off a year 10. You know who you are. But this idea of stitching. So on this one, I kind of brought that into all of my squares, which I really like. I liked using the same thing. So like on here, I've got biro on the triangles, the felt tip around the squares, and then this paint on the circles. And I think that works really well. So I kind of did the same here. So I did one colour on the triangles, one colour on the circles, and then biro on the squares, and I think that works really well. So when I move on to my next lot, so on my next page, I'll have more of an idea. So the whole point of this project is to kind of make you experiment, and you won't like everything you've done. Like, I really don't like that. I don't think it works at all. And that one I'm not too sure on. I quite like these two, but I don't think they work together. So I always want to have that one on its own and then that one on its own. But so as I move on to my next few pages, I can start really honing what I like and what I don't like. It's really about experimenting and then bringing it, like reining it in. So so have a lot of fun, do loads.